Hi guys, it's David John Jeffrey here, the director and producer of the movie God Tech. The reason why I'm coming today, I want to discuss the situation we have in the UK right now with the churches and how they are being dictated to by the government, and how they've done this is really clever. I just want to share some of it. I say it's clever because it's like the 501c3 in the States. We don't have that in the UK, but we have quite a similar one here. It's called registering your church as a charity. People might not think that inherently bad, because the reason why churches register themselves as charities is because of the tax incentive that they get taxed back on every single person who donates to the church. So say it was 20%. If someone gave £1, they would get 20 pence back from the government based on that pound given by the person, based on their tax. It's taken out of their tax, which they would have paid to the government for national insurance or whatever, but now it's being paid towards that charity. I know this information because I used to run a charity. In 2003, I had a charity. Well, I had a business idea I wanted to turn into a charity because I wanted that tax incentive. I wanted the ability for people to donate money to my cause, and also I wanted the money back from the government, hence the reason why I made it a charity. And the problem we have today is that 99% of churches in the UK have registered themselves as a charity because of this tax incentive. Now the coronavirus hit and the churches had to comply with the charity legislation led down by the government. So if they didn't comply, then they'd be breaking the law and essentially they'd be shut down. So the rules that we have in place now in the UK at this particular time of year is that every member has to wear a mask when they are in the church to stop the spread of disease. They have to sit 1 meter apart from each other. That means husbands and wives don't get to sit together in the church. It's strange, I know, because it's okay if you are in a train, you can sit together by law, but you're not allowed to in the church because the charity laws are set down. They have to check the temperature of everybody as they came in, which is fine because we're talking about the spread of a virus, even though I have skeptics on that. But let's leave that for a second. The point is that these rules are being placed on the church, okay, based on the fact that they are charities. Now, what's to stop laws to be placed in the future when it comes to the mark of the beast, to say that unless you have the mark, then you won't be able to meet in a congregation? They would shut down all the churches in the UK, and they might restrict their tax incentive. But I think they're more likely to shut them down because it's quicker and easier. And if they don't get the tax incentive, money is a big deal in the church for some reason. For some reason, they don't believe that God can provide for their needs. They have to get money back from the government. They have to get these tax incentives. Also, as legally in this country, you cannot receive donations from anybody lest you are registered as a charity. However, some churches have set themselves up as businesses, at which point they do pay normal tax. They don't get the tax incentive, but at least they're able to receive money from the congregation without having to go down this legal rule. But then again, businesses are now being restricted by COVID-19 rules as well, which means that even if you're a company, you can't have people work unless you follow all these rules at the same time. And you might say this is a good thing because it's stopping the spread of the virus, but it doesn't apply everywhere. I mean, you now have to wear masks to go into supermarkets. Yeah, that's true. And you have to wear masks when you get on a bus. That's true. But if you go to a park, you don't have to wear a mask. I mean, you should, because, hey, if you believe in the virus, then that will help spread it. But you're less likely to, because a lot of people congregate at beaches and parks without wearing masks. You don't wear masks when you go to the beach and you want to get tan. They don't bother. Okay? So why is it that you have to, in certain areas, certain places, not all places, but certain places? And I just feel that there is going to be some control coming down on charities and businesses alike. And they'll say, well, it's okay because it applies to all. And as churches are now registered under the charity level, I feel that they are actually going to be under some kind of government control. So watch out for that, because I don't think that's a healthy way for a church to operate, especially if we're following what God says. We're not following what the state says. We are supposed to pay our taxes, yes, but we don't have to pay. We're not forced to register as charity. We're not forced to register as a company. If you start a church, you could start a church in your home. No one's going to notice. No one's going to care. But people want to get registered as a charity because then they get their money from the tax, which is exactly the same as the government legislations in America on 501c3. So I think that this is the UK's equivalent, and there's probably equivalents of that all around the world that we in the UK are not aware of. And if we were to go to another country, then we would have to find that they follow similar legislation there. Please leave your comments about this, your thoughts on this, because this is quite a serious issue, obviously. Subscribe if you want to. I try and put out content every now and then of this kind of nature. Also like it if you like it, and share it, because I want to get my word out there. I'm not interested in numbers per se. My channel's not that big anyway. All I really care right now is to get this message sent out, so people are aware of what's going on. And if you think this is a word that's really important to share with people, you think people might not know about it and you want to share it with your friends, share it with some churches, feel free. I mean, by all means. Write a comment below what you think, okay? And I'll get back to you in the next time I do a video.